I don't know if you're able to see anything. This looks so weird. Just a tiny bit of flying here because the soon battery's done. It's really... Let's try. Okay, yeah, well, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. The only thing I basically know about this is how to turn it on, and that's, you know, you place the batteries, you plug them in, and then it starts, and that's it. I'm a complete beginner when it comes to this, and I have no idea how to build one, solder one. I start to wonder if I I think we should just, you know, first flight, let's go. Good day, guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about FPV drones. I've been flying FPV, the DJI FPV, for quite some time, and it's really easy because it has the safety system, it has the sensors and everything, and you can fly like a normal drone if you want to do that. The only difference is that it doesn't have a 3-axis gimbal, so you will only have that tilt up and down. So this is a first for me. This is the Tinyhawk Freestyle 2. And this is actually my first, call it proper FPV drone, which some of you might call it, and I've never flown something like this. This was a kit I got for about $300, 3,000 Norwegian kroners, yeah, these goggles are shit. It's one of the worst things that I put on my face. It actually landed in the middle of the road. I got the warning, land now, but that was so quick, and it basically landed itself. Let me get another battery. Okay, got 2 more batteries here. I've been trying to take some loops. No idea how well that turned out, but yeah, been trying. Let's go. This controller is shit. First flight, first crash, everything is okay. Yeah, everything is fine. It's fun though. It's really fun despite having the really bad goggles. I mean, it's like asking for epileptic seizures or anything like that. It's just not. Press to connect. Now, if you want to go full out beginner mode, I guess the BetaFPV is also something that you could consider. So this is the BetaFPV, and it has prop guards, and it's also a pretty cheap ready to fly drone. You get goggles as well in the kit, and you get an FPV controller. So this one seems better and feels better than this one. This is the one from the Freestyle, the Tinyhawk Freestyle 2 kit, and this is the one from the BetaFPV. But this is a really simple, easy to fly drone, which also has acro mode, and you can fly in stabilized mode, I think they call it. And you have the same sticks here as well. I think you have a few more than this one. So the Tinyhawk one offers 2. You can program this in the Beta Flight application, I think. No idea how to, but I think you can do it. And this offers some, I don't know, But this is something that you can play around. You don't really need the goggles to fly this, and it's actually quite interesting. Oh, that was acro. Oh, tiny flip there. Oh, I'm gonna put on the goggles and I'm gonna see, you know, from the visual experience from what you see in the goggles, which are better, the BetaFPV goggles or the Tinyhawk EMAX goggles. Yeah, it's on. Let's go. So we have sports mode and manual mode. Normal is down, then we have the middle one is sports mode, and we got manual mode. Get away. The sticks or the controller here is so much better. So much better. Now coming from a beginner point of view, this is the first time I'm flying the BetaFPV outside, which is not my garden, and it's the first time that I flew the EMAX Tinyhawk Freestyle 2, and this is bad. This is bad. You get a better feel of, you know, control. You have more. It feels like you have more control, and with the controller here, you really have to push the right stick hard. You really have to push it before the drone actually moves. But with this, you have more control. Okay, need to get another battery. There we go. It's a little bit more wobbly though, but the image is actually clearer. Woo! There's no tiltable or way to tilt the camera. If you're just gonna practice having the camera at like a 30-degree angle, you know, that's not good. Okay, let's go with manual mode. But with manual mode, the camera is actually very, very nice. It's tilted pretty good. Oh. This is so much easier to fly than the Tinyhawk because of, well, the feed is so much better. I mean, the quality is shit. The controller is so much better. It's just like flying the DJI FPV drone. Can't speak today. The FPV drone. Now I really want to have a camera on this. Woo! Wow, this is nice. The goggles, I like the goggles more than the EMAX stock goggles, to be honest. Whoa! I just had that on camera. Oh, maybe not that. Ooh! That was a smooth landing. That was smooth. I think that's it. I think I would, low battery. I don't have any more batteries. Only have 4 and I use 2 at the same time. These are 500. Is there any bigger I can use with the Tinyhawk Freestyle 2? I mean, I have the 450, which I also used. But is there anything bigger which offers me a little bit more flight time? Maybe 30 seconds to a minute longer. Anyway, I'm gonna pack up now and head to, I don't know, we'll see. Well, the most fun part is of course to fly the FPV drone because it's digital goggles and I can clearly see, or I can see a clear image. The bad thing is though, when you bring 3 of the same propellers, which has this red circle, and you need 2 with red circle and you need 2 without. So guess I'm heading home. Yeah. So peaceful, so quiet. We're back here in the forest. I went home to pick up some proper propellers for the DJI FPV drone, as I some reason picked the wrong one, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna bring it up into the air. We already covered the EMAX Tinyhawk Freestyle drone, and we already covered the BetaFPV, which is 2 smaller beginner drones, which is a lot cheaper than the DJI FPV drone, and you can probably get like 5 or 6 of the EMAX FPV Freestyle drone and then the BetaFPV as well. So which is actually better to fly, and which is the cheapest, and which is the most fun. That's what we're gonna find out. So we're gonna grab the FPV drone, the DJI one, and get it up into the air, and gonna see how that goes. So now have everything ready. We got a signal, and it's looking pretty good compared to the other two. So let's start with manual mode here. I'm gonna record with the goggles, and let's get it up. There we go. And this is actually, it's a lot more fun flying in this, especially when the image is it's so good compared to the other two. Wow. Oh, got some power lines. And it's just like the BetaFPV controller. I have more control over the drone using the FPV RC controller here from DJI, and it's the same feeling I had when I was flying the BetaFPV one. So the EMAX, I suggest getting a different transmitter or controller, whatever you call it. This is all new to me, but I suggest getting a different one if you want to fly that one. I have some mountains here, nice. The range is actually pretty good. I haven't dropped anything with this at all. And here you can fly manual mode, you can fly normal mode, you can fly sports mode, whatever you want to fly and how you want to practice. You have, you know, the DJI FPV drone or the DJI Avatar. It basically covers everything that you need, and it's easier to practice as well. So I think I'm just gonna try to land this. Not sure how that is going. And the good thing about this as well, just to mention that, is that I can now just switch to normal mode and it hovers. That's really, really nice, especially as a beginner, and you can see the distance and you can see everything, and everything is so clear on the screen. And I can just fly it towards me very slowly. There we go. There we go. So there we have the DJI FPV drone. This is the first time for me as well, flying different types of FPV. I'm used to this one because it's so simple and easy to use. So okay, let's just wrap it up here, and that's 17% okay. So we now covered the basic of these three beginner drones. So we have the DJI FPV drone. You can fly sports mode and normal mode, so you can basically fly as a normal drone. Like I mentioned, the only difference is that you don't have the 3-axis gimbal. We also been flying the EMAX Tinyhawk Freestyle 2, and we also been flying the BetaFPV one. So these are three completely different drones. With the DJI FPV drone, you cannot do anything to it. Basically, it's going to be really hard to modify it if you want to do that, and I believe DJI have made it so you can't in some way. And for the BetaFPV one, this is pre-built. Basically plug in the battery, put on the goggles, and you fly and you have a ton of fun. When it comes to the EMAX Tinyhawk, you can actually you customize this. You can change the antenna. You can put on a bigger antenna, a long range antenna, or an antenna which is, you know, taking your drone longer. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I've seen a few videos on this, so you can customize this as you want. Basically, you can change the motors, propellers, you can change the frame, you can take everything which is inside here and then just, you know, put it on a different frame. You can also change the camera if you want to do that, and you can have all types of different transmitters, I guess. And you can also use different batteries. I have the 450 and the 500. If there is any bigger batteries that I can use with this to fly longer, let me know down in the comment section below. And another thing is that you can actually customize this in the Beta Flight app. So if you want to have some custom buttons on your controller, you can do that. If you want to change the parameters, the speed, whatever, no idea what I'm talking about, but I've seen some videos. So you can change this by connecting it to a computer through the Beta Flight applications. So this opens up a lot of opportunities if you want to start with, and if you want to get into soldering and all of that, and just, you know, customize it. That this is a really cheap drone to start with if you want to do that. When it comes to the DJI FPV drone, it's the best. It's the best all around, ready to go beginner drone. But it is expensive, and that's the only downside for this, in my opinion. Now, I'm talking for a complete beginner standpoint. I would go, if I had the money for it, I would go for this one because it's more fun. It has a better camera. It records stunning videos, so you don't have to mount anything on any of the other drones. And if you're gonna have a GoPro on it, then yeah, you can put a GoPro on it as well. But to start out, I would actually recommend the BetaFPV. And you can just do like I did, just try to mount something on it. So here I can actually place the go-to, and that means I can have a ton of fun flying this. And I crashed it so many times and it's still very flyable, I would say. Now that I have the go-to on it as well, I will be able to capture the things, and I would fly this in a complete different way than the other two drones here, because if I crash this, it will most likely survive. And if a propeller breaks, then I have spare propellers in the kit that I got as well. So yeah, I would say to begin with, if you've never flown anything, maybe go with something like the BetaFPV drone, and then eventually go over to one of the DJI FPV drones, either the DJI FPV or the DJI Avatar, which is launching soon. Now, the Tinyhawk Freestyle 2 here is also a fun drone. I basically got this because I want to get into, you know, all the customization part and all of that. But I think, you know, it's gonna be number 1, then number 2, and then number 3 if you're a complete beginner. The goggles which comes with this is so much better than this. It's garbage. So if I can get some other goggles, if I need to change the camera here to get new goggles, just let me know down in the comment section below, please. So transmitter for this to get better control, which should I get? And also the camera, should I get some new goggles for that, if that is possible? And yeah, that's basically everything for today's video. I will have an updated video coming soon on the BetaFPV drone with the go-to on it, so I can, you know, really take some risky shots. I'm excited to do that. It's gonna be raining for the next couple of days, but I'm still excited and look forward to that. So if you found this video helpful, enjoyable, any of that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That would be highly appreciated. And until next time, take care, and I will see you soon.